All right, let's dive into a topic that can feel, well, a little bit wild. It's personal, it can be super confusing, but it's almost always transformative. We're talking about the twin flame connection. It's a journey that really stretches what we think we know about love.
You know that feeling, right? Where you meet someone and there's this instant magnetic pull. It's like a sense of recognition so deep it feels like you've known them for lifetimes, even if you just shook hands 5 minutes ago. That crazy, unexplainable bond is exactly what we're going to unpack.
So what is this? What do we even call this intense experience? The term you'll hear is twin flame. But here's the thing. It is so important to understand this isn't just a fancy way of saying soulmate. Nope. It's a whole other category.
At its heart, a twin flame is your mirror soul. And that word, mirror, is everything. Think about it. A mirror doesn't just show you the good stuff, right? It shows you everything. Your incredible strengths, sure, but also your shadows, your insecurities, all the parts of you that are kind of nudging you, asking for a little growth.
And this right here really breaks down the difference. A soulmate is often about comfort. It feels supportive, happy, compatible. It's wonderful. A twin flame, though, it's all about growth. That connection is intense, and yeah, it can be really challenging because its whole purpose is to push you, to make you evolve.
And that intensity, wow, it's really the signature of the twin flame journey. It's what makes it feel so incredibly powerful and, let's be honest, sometimes completely overwhelming. So let's get into why that is. It kicks off with that feeling of just knowing them. This isn't just good chemistry. It's a deep, soul-level thing. It's like the connection just bypasses your brain and goes straight for the heart, creating this bond that feels ancient from the very first hello.
But look, this intensity isn't just for dramatic effect. It has a real purpose. The connection basically acts like a catalyst, like an accelerator for your own personal development. It brings everything bubbling up to the surface, so the power you feel is tied directly to your potential for growth.
And here's that mirror effect in action again. Your twin flame will, without even trying, reflect your own inner world right back at you. They'll celebrate your light and make you want to shine brighter than ever, but they will also trigger your deepest wounds and insecurities. Maybe it's a fear of being left or issues with self-worth. It's not to hurt you, but so you can finally see those things and start to heal them.
So because of this, the emotional ride can feel like a total roller coaster. You're going to feel some of the most profound joy and unconditional love you can imagine. But you might also get slammed with fear, frustration, and sadness as all this old stuff gets stirred up. Feeling that full spectrum is a pretty big sign that some deep inner work is going on.
Now, this often leads to one of the hardest, most misunderstood parts of the twin flame journey: separation. The word itself sounds painful, and it often is, but it's not the end of the story. It's actually a crucial piece of the puzzle.
And I really want you to hear this. Separation isn't a failure. It is not a punishment. It's more like a purposeful timeout. It creates the space that you both need to turn inward and do the work that, frankly, can only be done alone.
So what's the goal here? Well, it's pretty clear. First, you have to shift your focus from them back onto you. Second, you use that focus to start healing the old wounds and patterns that the connection brought to light. You know, those fears we talked about. And finally, all of this work leads to major individual growth, letting you become a more whole, healed you.
Okay, so with all this talk of intensity and mirrors and separation, how in the world do you know if this is what you're actually experiencing? Well, there are a few key signs people often talk about.
So there are some common themes. There's that magnetic pull you just can't deny. This person challenges you. They inspire you to be better. The relationship triggers a ton of self-learning. You might even feel like you can communicate without speaking. And a really big one, that bond stays super strong, even when you're physically apart. Okay, let's pause here, because this is a really important question. It is so easy to mistake any passionate, chaotic, or even codependent relationship for a twin flame connection, but there is a huge difference. Here's the ultimate test. It's the focus on growth. While other intense relationships can just be draining or destructive, a true twin flame connection, even with all its challenges, is ultimately about lifting each other up. Both people are pushed toward healing and becoming more self-aware. And that brings us to the most important lesson of this entire experience, because even though it involves another person, the journey is, and always was, about you. A healthy twin flame dynamic is built on freedom, not on ownership.
It's not about possessing someone or trying to force a relationship into a box. It's about two whole, complete individuals who choose to support each other's growth. So how do you navigate this path? Well, a few things are absolutely key. You have to practice patience, because this thing runs on its own schedule. You've got to cultivate self-love. That's the foundation for everything. You have to stay focused on your own growth, and you have to accept that this journey is not a straight line. There are going to be a lot of twists and turns.
And here's the beautiful takeaway for literally everyone, whether you've met a twin flame or not. The main lessons of this journey, becoming more self-aware, healing your past, committing to your own growth, these things are powerful for everyone. They're the keys to a fulfilling life, no matter who you're with.
So I'll just leave you with this final thought to chew on. What if this whole profound, crazy journey isn't really about finding your perfect mirror in someone else? What if it's just the universe's most powerful way of helping you to finally, truly, and completely see yourself?